All right, let's jump straight into this explainer. Look, if you are running a business right now, you already know the stakes are literally higher than ever. We're at a point where we have to fundamentally rethink enterprise structure. It's not about business school theory anymore. It's about looking exactly at how work actually flows, how value is created, and figuring out how to make transformation a normal, everyday practice, rather than some panicked reaction to a crisis. So, let's get right into it.
Let me start by asking you something that, honestly, might sting a little bit. Is your strategy completely disconnected from your day-to-day execution? Because based on the data we're seeing everywhere, this is a seriously painful reality for a lot of modern businesses. You've got strategy completely divorced from execution that has nothing to do with the actual customer experience, and an experience that completely misses the mark on your brand promise. Honestly, it's just a recipe for disaster.
It creates this sort of domino effect, which is a massive problem we like to call value leakage. Let's say a simple supply chain delay happens. Minor, right? But because the business is operating in these isolated silos, nobody communicates that to the customer. And the ultimate result? Serious brand damage. See, when you try to optimize just one single area in total isolation, you inadvertently create these hidden risks that just end up breaking another part of the business.
Okay, so how do we actually fix this mess? Well, it really starts with two foundational concepts. First up, you have your internal value chain. Basically, that's the end-to-end sequence of activities where an organization creates value within its own walls, giving you that absolutely crucial operational visibility and constraint detection. But we have to contrast that with the value system. This is the broader external ecosystem. It pushes your boundaries out to a multi-tier network of suppliers, partners, and customers. You literally can't just look inside anymore. You have to see how value flows across the entire ecosystem.
To make this abstract idea a bit more concrete, let's just map out that internal value chain. It's 5 steps: plan, source, make, move, and sell. That's it. This sequence is the dynamic foundation for transformation. It's the tangible reality of how work actually gets done in your business. And you know what? It is exactly where that value leakage happens. But more importantly, it's the anchor layer where we can actually step in and fix it.
But here's the catch. To actually stop that leakage across your plan-to-sell sequence, you need a comprehensive, multi-lens framework. Specifically, 20 distinct transformation lenses. Yeah, 20. You just cannot solve enterprise-level problems in isolation anymore. If you optimize just one lens and ignore the rest, you are completely flying blind.
Think about it. An enterprise isn't just one giant monolithic system. It's a living network of highly interdependent lenses. We're talking about financial value, brand and market value, people and leadership, operational excellence, tech and data, and then a massive 7 lenses dedicated entirely to sustainability and context. When you take the time to apply every single one of these lenses across every activity in your value chain, suddenly you unlock this total, unprecedented insight into your business.
And this is where it all comes together, a real game changer. Within platforms like Modus ETP, you take those 20 lenses and overlay them right onto the connected chain of your internal operations, and then out onto the broader external value system. This overlay method is exactly how you gain full business context. You can literally see the exact impact of any disruption, like a shifting trade policy or just a tiny internal process change, before you even make a single move. So what's the big takeaway for us here? Basically, this exact overlay method is the definitive starting point for coordinated, successful execution. It takes your big strategic ambitions and translates them into real-world action. By applying this multi-lens thinking, you identify hidden gaps, unlock massive transformation opportunities, successfully overlay change projects, and totally maximize your impact. It's how you turn transformation into business as usual, rather than some chaotic one-off event.
Which brings us to one final, really critical thought to leave you with. Take a hard look at your own organization today. Can your operating model dynamically reconfigure itself to actually survive the next big disruption? Are you still stuck in static silos, or are you ready to become a truly connected enterprise? Think about how those 20 lenses apply to your value chain right now. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will catch you next time as we keep unpacking the strategies shaping our world.